Gather around. It's time for the show to begin. Ladies and gentlemen, this is...
Hey everyone, my name is Jason.
Hi friends, it's Desiree Josen.
All right, there were so many matches this year that were just too much.
So this won't be a shocker because we've had a handful of really awesome matches that we just can't stop talking about.
How many times have these guys fought? Like it's been quite a bit.
I've been saying this all year. They're just so great to watch. We saw the heel turn coming, and then when it happened, nice and bloody, both dramatic and beautiful.
You are now entering the ring with Chutes and Ladders podcast. Here are your hosts, Desiree and Jason.
Chutes and Ladders, WWE 2026 predictions. What's going on, everyone? My name is Jason.
Hi friends, it's Desiree Josen.
All right, the new year is here. It's already buzzing. We're going to talk about matches ahead of this year, as well as predictions, storylines, and everything else in between for 2026. Des, what are your initial thoughts?
I love these kind of episodes because we can think of the wildest things, or we can just go off what we've been pushing for the year before. And then, you know what? Who knows? We may actually be right. So it feels so good to be validated.
I love it. We're going to start things off with Royal Rumble winners. Des, there's a lot of options to choose from both the male and female side. Who do you have and why?
Okay, there's a couple that have been running through our heads, and just to preface, we will not list our actual winner until our actual predictions episode. So these are our sideline guys and girls. So I know there's a lot of push for Braun Breaker, so he can have like a Mania match. I don't know. That's a possibility. Who knows? Because with Jay, and we didn't see that coming last year, so that is quite a possibility. I know there's been some whispers of Roman Reigns. I even thought about AJ Styles last night. I was like, how much fun would that be to give him a win like this, his final year, not to copy John Cena, but that would be pretty cool to see him win something like that. But women-wise, it would be shocking or surprising to see someone smaller and newer like Roxanne, and maybe Bianca.
Yeah. I don't know. Listen, there are a lot of opportunities for speculation here, and it's all fun. There's so many different directions. Actually, it's kind of what you just said. Listen, no one expected Jay to win last year, especially nowadays because all these betting apps actually have odds-on favorites. So this can actually just get a little bit more fun. All right, on the male side, look, Braun Breaker's projected in a lot of different ways. We both kind of said, I don't think he's ready. Here's some other fun ones. Just like you said, a couple fun ones. Listen, LA Knight, we're not going to up on him. Hopefully that would really shock the people. I think people would love it.
I'll believe it when I see it, when that happens.
For sure. And listen, I've been saying this for quite some time. I think if there was a sleeper that could take it, I think it would really set the crowd on fire, especially given his Muslim roots, Sami Zayn. I think Saudi Arabia would explode. So that's another one. And I'll give you another one.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. Absolutely. I think that'd be phenomenal. And I'll give you another one. And we've already kind of talked about it on the male side. What if Chris Jericho won? Right?
I wouldn't see that coming.
Yeah, that's for sure. Or someone like an Edge. Maybe a 3-time winner there. Listen, some of these guys that we just don't know, there's so many different possibilities. Now, for the women's side, I think Bianca's the odds-on favorite, which would be okay. It would be fun to have a couple new girls kind of take the crown as well. Asuka would be fun because, again, we haven't seen, she's been the world title holder before, so that would be cool. Rhea Ripley, of course, I don't think anyone will complain about that. You have Raquel, just like you mentioned. There's just so many. So, again, as we start to get closer to our predictions episode, we'll kind of have a more definitive one, but there really are a lot of options.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I love so much about Rumble. You have so many options and different paths that you can go.
Absolutely. All right, now let's talk about breakout star of 2026. Last year, obviously, Braun Breaker. You had a couple of other males and females. Des, who is your breakout star of 2026 and why?
I am just going based off the response from Saturday night's main event. I'm going with Obafemi.
Okay.
I know that he's technically still NXT, but I know eventually he will be called up. But I feel like that's who my breakout star will be, just because I feel like they're just trying to, I don't know, bring him out. I don't know. Yeah.
Okay, no problem. Listen, I have a couple of candidates. Trick Williams.
Yes.
He's already kind of over in a lot of different ways. Sol Ruka is someone that I just thought potentially has that star power, and I think maybe this is the year they do that. Jacob Fatu, especially ones we just saw. And then I have another one, and this would be such a cool full circle moment. Matt Cardona.
Yes. I would love to see more of him on TV. He's married to Chelsea Green, so what do you not expect? They are both performers, so yeah.
Yeah, so again, possibilities are endless, and who knows, maybe because of storyline shifts and such, maybe someone else that we haven't even speculated will kind of rise to the top, but there's a lot of options out there, that's for sure.
And I'm seeing a common theme with us with this episode. We didn't stick to one answer.
No, not at all. All right, and look, for the last 2 years, Cody has been the guy in WWE. Who will potentially dethrone Cody as the guy in 2026? Who do you have, Des?
Okay, well, dethroning has already occurred, technically, by Drew McIntyre. Do I think I look at Cody as like the face of the company. So who is going to be the face of the company? I really have my mindset on Seth Rollins as being that guy. If anybody else, as much as I would like to see Drew, I don't think they're going to put Drew in that position. At this point, I'm just going straight to Seth.
Okay. Fair enough. Listen, not a bad choice. And again, he's been on at the pinnacle for so long. So, yeah, it wouldn't actually make total sense. I have a couple. CM Punk, give him the mic, and he could run with it. I don't know how many years he has left, but this would be cool to kind of give him another lengthy run. Braun Breaker is kind of the obvious what we spoke about. I mean, we know that his time is coming. Will it be this year? Maybe. If Sami Zayn wins a title, that could be another possibility as well. It would be fun to see him kind of have a reign. What's also kind of cool is because they technically have like two world championships. I mean, technically it could be more than one person. So there's a couple different options out there as well.
Yeah.
All right, now as far as NXT call-ups, we've been glowing about how WWE's minor league system has just elevated to new heights. Who are some NXT stars that you think are ready to shine on the main roster?
Well, just 2 weeks ago, Javon was signed to Raw, which was huge. I'm so excited about that. So, I mentioned him previously. We have been patiently awaiting Obafemi, who I see coming probably late 2026. Ricky Saints.
Nice.
I really like him. I'm a big fan of him, and he's also a Cody Rhodes guy. So I feel like that helps pull a little bit, and he's got some history with a handful of people that were from AEW. So that would be really fun to see this group of people already be called up to the roster.
Yeah,
female wise. Yeah,
I didn't think about those your choices, but you know what? Those are great options. I'm gonna throw out a few, just like sticking to the theme. Andre Chase.
Okay.
Just because I think a lot of people like him enough that why not give him a flyer? I wouldn't surprise me if he's actually in the Rumble because I think that would be funny. Charlie Dempsey, Lola Vice, and JC Jane.
JC Jane was also on my list. There has been whispers of her, and I'm really liking her. She's such a good heel. She's such a good bad girl.
Oh my gosh, absolutely. I mean, she's so powerful. So I mean, yeah, there's so many different options here, which is really cool. And on another one, I just kind of thought about is Von Wagner. Because there's everyone just that we mentioned is just drawing so much buzz on NXT. So again, it's strike while the iron's hot. So there's a lot of possibilities.
You know who else made my list? Mariah May.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun.
I would be excited to see her walk out at Rumble.
1,000,000%. I think it'd be totally worth it. So.
Or Blake Monroe. I'm sorry.
It's okay. We know what you're talking about. All right. WrestleMania main event. And again, because there's multiple titles, there's a couple different options here. But who do you think is going to headline Mania this year?
Well, since this has already been, planted as a 2-day event, I would hope that one of them would be a women's match, just because they've proved enough to be like, hey, we are good enough to open, but we're actually better enough to close one. So I'm rooting for a women's main event, but I see something along the lines of maybe like a Liv Morgan versus Stephanie Vicaire. Nice. I would love to see something like that. I feel like they match each other in size, but it would be really cool to have Stephanie. I would favor Liv in that kind of situation for her to like really put her in her place as a newer girl. Men's wise, I feel like this has already been predicted and talked about for months already, even last year, but like a Seth and CM Punk kind of thing. And I know that's like an ongoing feud that's, repeating everything like Drew and Cody, but I can't get enough of it. And with Seth being out and, with his new football career on ESPN, I would love to see him come back and just go crazy with Punk. I don't know. I just feel like they are just such great chemistry.
1,000,000%. I'm going to echo what you just said, and both Seth Rollins and CM Punk are freaking out because of the Bears comeback win yesterday. So good for them. That was very, very fun.
Hilarious.
Yeah, sorry to all the Packer fans. Ken Anderson, I'm sure he's crying right now because he's from Green Bay. Okay. Rollins and CM Punk, obviously. Look, Bianca, Jade Cargill, I think, is a foregone conclusion at this point. We kind of talked about that tag team match of Rhea and Io Sky versus Charlotte Flair. Yeah, that would be fun. There's so many different ways. What about Asuka versus Io Sky? If somehow they can kind of make that work, that would be a lot of fun.
I would not hate that.
Yeah, that'd be a lot of fun. For the men, obviously Rollins and CM Punk. I got another one because I just have a gut feeling that they're gonna do this because they kind of mentioned this before. I'm gonna go 4-way match. Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. And they did that for WrestleMania 2000 years ago. It was like Triple H and Mankind and The Rock and I forget who. But listen, if they were to do that, because I think they want Lesnar in the main event. If Lesnar's in the main event, they're going to want Roman and Drew McIntyre. So you have these three big guys, and you have the face of the company, Cody Rhodes. So I just have a feeling that that's what's going to be like the main event. So
okay, I can see that. Actually, I would be okay with watching something like that.
I think it would be fun.
Yeah.
Ooh, surprise heel turn in 2026. Des, which heel turn do you think will shock the WWE universe?
I'm going to go with Sammy.
Ooh, okay.
I just feel like he's been such a good guy for so many years and the crowd loves him. It's not that we're bored with him because he gets a big pop when he comes out. Everyone loves him, but I just feel like it would be so much fun to see this really funny, goofy, sweet guy who's a dad be a really big asshole. And I think he would play it well. I have that. And then, the two typical ones that we see coming is Cody. I feel like it's about time because I'm getting very bored with him. And I've been itching for it for years. I want my Viper to be a bad boy so bad. I need Randy Orton to be crazy, like 2008 Orton. I need it. But women-wise, I would be okay with someone like Stephanie Vicaire being bad.
Ooh, great choice.
Yeah. What about you?
Now, so Cody, I'm going to agree with you. Sammy would be fun. I mean, he's obviously played heel before. I think who would really surprise people, women's wise, Bianca Belair.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, right. I don't think she's done it yet. And I think that would be. There's so many different ways you can go. Maybe they do a flip with her and Jade. So, I mean, like, there's a lot of different ways to go. And maybe Naomi gets involved. I mean, there's a lot of different ways I can go. But I don't know if anyone will see that coming. I think it would shock a lot of people.
Yeah. I want them all to be bad.
All right, surprise push similar to Jey Uso last year. Des, who you see getting a sudden push in 2026?
Okay, so I broke it down as like newer and then existing on the roster. So newer, I feel like Trick will be the guy that they're pushing. Obviously, they put him head to head with Randy for SmackDown, and that was hot. God, they are just like two massive men just staring right at each other with crazy strength and just so much charisma. You can't keep your eyes off of them. So I am pushing for Trick 100%. For someone that's been on the roster for a little bit for a push, I'm going with Jacob Fatu. I think it's about damn time. I know he's had some hiccups last year, so I feel like this year would be, with his return from SmackDown or on SmackDown, I think it would be great to see him more for this year. Get a push for him. Women, I'm going to go with Roxanne. Nice. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, no, listen, those are all great choices. All right, so for the women, I'm going to go Asuka. I think, she's been the champion before, but yeah. She's super talented, and there's so many different angles that they can kind of throw her in. I think that would be a lot of fun. For the men, there's a couple different ones I want to throw out there. Sami Zayn, we kind of mentioned before, especially if he wins the title. That'd be a lot of fun. LA Knight, we've been saying this for so long. Maybe eventually they'll listen to us. And my third, and this would be a huge, huge surprise, but I'm telling you, just ride it. Matt Cardona.
Yep.
Ride it. Zack Ryder, ride it. Yeah, just one of those things. Look, if people really jumped when that happened, so, I just think, make it happen. I think it would be fun.
Or it would be really fun to see two charismatic, fun guys like LA Knight and Matt Cardona together and be Knight Riders.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Listen.
Watching them two in the ring together was so great to see, just because they're so athletic. They're just, you can't keep your eyes off of these guys. I would love to see them together, and I feel like their personalities would go really well together.
Oh my gosh. If they're Knight Riders, give them the titles ASAP.
I'm okay with that.
All right, surprise return of 2026. Des, which return would get the crowd going wild?
I think we've been talking about it, and we want him to break the walls down. Chris Jericho, we know that your AEW contract is up. You are a free agent. Just come back home and raise a little bit of hell in your last little bit of years left for retirement. And you can play some Fozzy. It's okay. So I'm going with that. But women's division, her sister came back. I'm waiting for Brie Bella to come right on back and knock her sister back into place.
Love it. Okay, speaking of Bellas, yes, to what you just said, there are 4 guys that I really want. Chris Jericho.
Mm-hmm.
Edge and Christian. Right?
Yeah.
Sorry, there's 5. Dolph Ziggler again.
Oh, I would love to see him back.
Yeah, make it happen. People loved it. And you mentioned the Bellas. Daniel Bryan. Listen, he's not doing anything. I know he's a producer, but look, if your sister-in-law and potential wife want to make a run, jump ship. I think it would be... the crowd would flip out.
And you know what? He's great on commentary for AEW. Why doesn't he just, jump over and do some commentary for us?
Seriously. And I got to be honest, with the exception of him winning the title, I just think he was so much better off in WWE. So
you love him so much. I think it would be great for him to come back just for you.
Thank you. All right. Surprise revamp of a character. Des, which character revamp do you think will steal the show?
I have a couple that I could see potentially them trying to revamp, and we'll see. I would be okay with seeing something a little bit different from Finn Balor.
Yes.
I'm a little bored with Damian Priest, so I feel like he needs a little bit of a revamp. Another one that I don't see them doing, but they could potentially try to change up a little bit of something since he's been gone, or at least try to evolve his character, and that's LA Knight. I know he's already over with the fans with what he's doing right now, but I feel like with they're creative. They're probably going to be like, "Oh, try this something different and try to do something else." So, I don't know.
Maybe they'll flip him heel. You never know.
Yeah, I'd be okay with that.
Right. All right. We've already mentioned it. Matt Cardona. I mean, I know he's already he's come back as a completely different name, so that's already kind of there. But again, just make it work. Dolph Ziggler. Again, I'm going to say that again. I really want this to happen, especially because I think that I think he's ready, and I think give him there's so much possibility there. It's so funny because I think the crowd loves both these guys, so I think they'll be all over it. So those are the two that I just at the top of my mind. All right, Des, and also now let's talk about end of 2026 champions for both men and women. I mean, who do you think the championship landscape? Sorry, what do you think the championship landscape will look like by the end of the year?
I think it's going to be completely changed. Hopefully. It's always nice to have a little bit of a change. But I'm going to say towards the end of the year, we're going to see completely different people. So Randy Orton is going to be champion. He's going to get number 15. Even though he's not technically chasing that record, I think he intuitively is. And I think he deserves it. So why not? Let's give him, I get it. I am highly favoring him and super biased. We know this. So yes, I'm going with my fantasy league, and that's Randy is always going to be on top. And then Braun Breaker. I know we said that he's not ready, but I say towards the end of the year, I think if they push him the right way, he gets better on the mic. He gains some confidence, and not that he's not confident, but I feel like once he is just more comfortable and it becomes supernatural with him, he may not even need Paul Heyman at that point. I say Braun by the end of the year will be a champion.
Okay, and anyone from the women's side?
I see Bianca. I'm okay with Bianca carrying a title. Maybe even Rhea, but it's just going to be more my main focus has always been Bianca.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
So for the men's side, I'm going to go CM Punk and I'm going to go Sami Zayn.
Okay.
I think it's right for both of them. I could obviously see Randy Orton because, again, when in doubt, Randy Orton. Mm-hmm. For the women's side, Stephanie Vaquer. I think Stephanie Vaquer would be just, again, I think she's kind of ready to really kind of hold that crown. But just like you said, Rhea is a possibility and Bianca as well. So there's a lot of different ways they can go.
Oh, also, Liv Morgan.
Oh, yeah. No,
I'm okay with that.
All right. Now, as far as the tag team division goes, what do you think the championship landscape will look like by the end of the year?
Here is my wild thought. I feel like until they can actually lock down an actual legit amount of tag teams, I think they should kind of, after the Usos do what they need to do for the next couple of months together, I think they should fade out the tag team division until they can actually have an actual set of tag teams.
Wow, that's the exact opposite that I'm thinking, but no, you're entitled to have that opinion. I see what you're saying. I kind of think that, well, I mean, the thing is, I think they had the tag teams. It's just, and there was a time in 2025 where I thought it was just, it kind of ascended to new heights, but then, now they're kind of splitting certain guys up, so it's just, I don't know.
And that's what I think is going on, is they're not focusing on it. Because remember when Motor City Machine Guns came out and they were awesome, and then Street Profits, and then DIY, and it was just insane with Fraxium. And then I just feel like it's completely gone down where it doesn't exist anymore. So I'm like, are they just ignoring that? I don't know. So that's why I'm like, let's put it away until you can actually figure out what you're going to do.
Okay, so I'm going to go the opposite way. So I totally understand where you're coming from. I kind of hope that they go back to what we just said, the tag teams you just mentioned. Go back, let them run, let them kind of have, let them have their reign. I mean, it's the coolest thing about tag teams is you generally can open a show with a tag team, with the World Tag Team title match, and especially with all the different fun ones, whether it's a semi-Money in the Bank or different ladders and stuff like that, and it really gets the crowd going. And there's so many great tag teams out there. Just like you said, DIY, my personal favorite, Motor City Machine Guns, obviously Street Profits, and the Wyatt. So, I mean, I think they need to go back to that. So that hopefully they can.
I love old school tag teams. Let's bring them back.
1 million. All right, now the state of Raw on Netflix and Peacock in general. Des, what do you think about Raw, Netflix, and just what's going on with Peacock?
Well, I only was watching Peacock just because that's where all of my WWE content was. And when I said content, they had everything. So if I wanted to watch a Raw from June 22nd, 1998, I could find it. I could watch all my documentaries. I could watch everything that I wanted. And then they took it all away. And I know they're slowly adding stuff to Netflix, but we're not going to have the complete library. I believe we're only having like the PLEs, which is fine. Those are great to go back to, but I want to see everything. So, I'm kind of, I don't know about that. I want to have access to all the content. But with it being on Netflix, like I mentioned before on our previous episode, technically no issues. It's just another platform. I luckily was already paying for it, so it wasn't anything different. The ads are still there. And can I add, on that anniversary episode, it was like a good hour of ads. Non-stop commercials every 2 minutes. So, knock it off. But besides that, everything is fine with the shows. I feel like the production quality is great. It's just gaining momentum with new audiences and new fans. So I feel like that was one of the better things that they could have done. Now with them on ESPN and charging, and people really pissed off about that last year. Luckily, I also subscribed to Disney Plus and all of that, so I have that already. But it's just a pain in the ass to be on multiple platforms to be paying to see things.
No doubt. So Raw on Netflix is fine. I'm with you on that. I'll be super quick about Peacock. My gut is telling me they're eventually going to merge or get bought out by another streaming service. So if it's ESPN, I think, listen, bring SmackDown to ESPN or ESPN2, and I think you will ascend that show to new heights.
Yeah.
All right, and now as far as Triple H's influence, Des, how do you see Triple H's control shaping WWE this year?
Hopefully it's in the positive. I know we're looking at Unreal, and he's already booking stuff months ahead, but he's also on the fly when he does do his changes. So hopefully it will all be in the better of the company long term for the fans. I like that they do listen to us. At some time, it's obvious that they haven't listened to us for a couple of things. But yeah, I just feel like our voices as fans are very important. So, I get it. It's a business. We have no control over what they do. So, it's not the wrestler's fault. It's creative. So if it doesn't go one way, it's their fault. So, I don't know. Yeah. So hopefully it's all good. It is what it is at this point.
Yeah, listen, I think when Triple H has taken over at the helm, I think it's been increasingly better, so I see it being better this year.
Yeah, it's not terrible.
All right, and now as far as PLEs, which PLEs are unmissable for 2026?
WrestleMania.
No doubt. Rumble, Mania, I think SummerSlam in that category.
The pillars are fantastic. Yeah. Let's keep them. I don't need a PLE every 4 weeks, so no. We don't need to do, we're not going to turn it into that, okay? Because we are going to fall into that with Saturday night's main event is going to be a week before Rumble. And I was like, no, this does not work. But okay, whatever. So I know that happens just with timing, but let's not get into the habit of that, because that's just going to take away from some really awesome matches and storytelling. But besides that, pricing for actual shows, hopefully it will go down. My fingers are crossed that actual shows will be reasonable. I don't know, that it's supply and demand, and people like me are still going to pay stupid amounts of money to go, even though I'm sitting here bitching saying I'm not going to pay it. Watch me go to Mania and say, oops, I just had a great time. So I'm not one to really speak on prices, but I do think they need to consider the economy, their fans, and let's make it reasonable.
1,000,000%. Listen, Rumble, the pillars you said, Rumble, Mania, SummerSlam, Survivor Series, my personal favorite, Running the Bank. I love King of the Ring as well. Cut it to 6 and then throw in a Saturday Night Main Event. That's my solution for that. So that's what I think about that. Now, we're running out of time, which is great. But what are your final thoughts for 2026?
I'm hopeful. It's going to be a fantastic year. We have a packed group of talent. And like I said, you can go multiple ways this year. And I probably wouldn't be upset because it would completely throw me off. It's going to be a great year.
That actually wraps up this episode. What are your predictions for 2026 for WWE? Please shoot us a DM at the Shoots and Ladders. And like always, please like, share, and subscribe both on YouTube and Spotify. Once again, my name is Jason.
I'm Desiree Josen.
All right. Until next time, have a blessed day and a blessed week.
Have a great week. Go Jags. Bye, friends.
This has been Shoots and Ladders. Follow us for more content